What up, though? What's the deal? It's your man Rap Talk. I want to thank you for tuning in again. And today we coming at you with another, another bad motherfucker album you should know. And today we gonna talk about a classic, a motherfucking gem, man. We're gonna get into the diary, Scarface The Diary. Definitely go pick this album up, research it if you haven't came across it. And even if you have come across it, always good to revisit some real shit, some timeless shit. This album here definitely was. He was on some shit. Face was on some shit when he came with this, boy. And this album came out in 1994. And that's one thing I notice about albums that we do consider classics. Not saying all, but I noticed one similarity that a lot of them have. It's there usually don't be a lot of songs on straight up classics. I mean, I know that word classic get thrown around a little loosely sometimes because it might be old or something that we haven't heard in a while, or it's just respected and or it's rare. So people might just throw that word classic out there. I kind of get it. I guess classic can be in its own right, you know what I'm saying, of the beholder, the eye of the beholder, as they say, the person who looking at it and how they look at it. But an album like this, though, this came out at a time where some people was dropping more songs on the album, but classics, man, this shit was straight to the point. Besides the intros and the outro, and a melody of a skit within, it basically was only about a good 9 or 10 songs on this album. But they all just bang straight through, though. It's one of them albums, too, you can let play through like a movie. This shit was hard, The Diary. Definitely classic material. Now, this album came out at a time, of course, gangster rap was, peaking. Everybody was doing what they doing, talking their shit. And as a student, listening to music, in the way we kind of question, was they doing what they said and stuff like that. We kind of weren't doing it as much as we do today because, it's a lot more visual and it's a lot more proving you have to do nowadays with all this shit in music today because we've been exposed to so much fake and we question so much real. As people, we just do those two things, So I get it. But this album here, man, from the storytelling to the street shit to it just was raw, man. Like the first song was The White Sheet. Now don't get me wrong too, I kind of parallel some of Scarface hip hop. Like when he do talk to say for instance the murder shit or what I do to you or fuck you, I beat your ass, and by him being a good rapper, I kind of always parallel that to his skills, to how he'll be explaining that through his music, his rap style too, you know what I'm saying? Basically what I'm really trying to say is when Scarface saying, fuck you nigga, I do this to you, boom, boom, boom. By his rhyme scheme being so good with it too, he basically saying I can rap so good, I'm rapping better than you, so fuck you. That's what I'm saying. I'm coming hard with my music, which is making my shit harder than yours. That's what I'm saying. Because you could tell when some of these rappers is more authentic with their shit because I feel they're going to break down their losses too, you know what I'm saying? Everything ain't just going to be a win-win, you know what I'm saying? They're going to give you all sides of the story. They ain't going to just come at you with just the glory of the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And you can rap and talk third person too and still make it sound good with your imagination and tweak it a little bit. And that's what separated some of the gangster rap music back then. And that's why some of them got more respected than some of the others. So rappers like Face, you got a song called The White Sheet. I'm basically like paralleling, like it's the first song he's saying, like nigga, this the ending, this the white sheet. You about to die cause shit, this motherfucking album coming. You know what I'm saying? Like this is that shit. Like here come the white sheet. You know what I'm saying? Here come the ending for all you niggas. That's basically what I'm saying and getting at. Even though he on the street shit, but he letting you know like parallel through his music. Like here come the white sheet. It's about to be over for all y'all niggas. This that hard shit about to come. This that. But I definitely get it. So then after that, you had shit like No Tears, man. God damn, this motherfucker here, dog. And sometimes I be thinking to myself, like, man, if these albums and shit came out like today, I mean, because we already was listening to some of this shit, been on our ignorant shit, you know what I'm saying? But if some of this shit came out nowadays with all these exotic ass drugs and shit out and how these motherfuckers be, and if the music was tainted and shit and hearing these messages and shit like this, man, I just think to myself sometimes, how crazy it could it be? But I guess being older and being parents and shit, we kind of look at some of it a little different because, we the parents now, so just imagine, you know what I'm saying? I could just imagine if I just heard my son listen to a song like some of this shit, you know what I'm saying? You'll be thinking like, damn, what's on your mind? You ready to go do a motherfucker or something like, is you all right? You know? Because shit like No Tears, man, that just straight up revenge. A song like that, man. It just comes straight on like, nigga, now the funeral is over. And all the tears are dried up. Man, he just paint a whole story just revenge, like, somebody just, one of your homies just getting killed or something, then you want some other shit. It's like a movie, you know what I'm saying? You could just think to yourself, might be kind of sad to say, but some niggas probably in life probably loaded up, you know what I'm saying, and get amped up, hearing that shit. But it's so many views to look at this shit. It's all music. But some people is weak-minded and some people will probably take it somewhere else, though. But face value, though, 94, though, hearing shit like this, man, you probably will get amped a little bit. But it's music. And it was unfiltered. And they was getting their emotions out. And this album is definitely a classic. So go research this motherfucker. You had shit like Jesse James, classic album. Just thinking of shit he said, blow out your motherfucking brains. He saying like some cowboy shit. I come around this motherfucking do your ass like Jesse James. Some wild, wild west shit. I get it. And this album, that song was actually on the soundtrack too. I'm trying to think of the movie that shit was on. Somebody could help me out though. I remember that shit. Cause it was Bokeem and oh shit, what's the name of that movie? It was Bokeem and Alan Payne. Cause they was brothers and shit. I remember they was opposite. Yeah, cause they was like based in Texas or something too, if I can remember right. But anyway, man, it's definitely classic material, man. And you got joints like I Seen a Man Die. You know what I'm saying? That's just some dramatic shit, man. That song is a whole movie within itself. You listen to the words. He just talking from a perspective like, man, first it's a story, definitely in the beginning. A man get out of jail, whatever, trying to get right path, but he still had that bullshit haunting you, you know what I'm saying? Face was on that storytelling, definitely. And, I always respected Face because it seemed like he just was in touch and tune with himself, Even though the music was aggressive, but he still always had that positive and to make you think. He another rapper that was like, I always feel was like, I ain't gonna say infatuated, but, thinking about death and stuff like that. And sometimes when you listen to Face, it's like he rapping like he on the other side or something. You know what I'm saying? That shit just man, that shit just deep. It's definitely an album you should know. That's why I think this album a classic on so many levels too. Cause the timing and the hard shit, and then with that song, man, he just talking like, what I'm saying? Shit like niggas say, imagine peace on this earth and there's no grief. Imagine grief on this earth and there's no peace. You know what I'm saying? Just little mental shit like that, man. I just think beyond just the regular shit, man. Songs like that, it's just heavy. And then, he definitely had to have songs for the chicks on here. Songs for the woman. Songs like It's Going Down Tonight. Well, Going Down was the name of the song. That please excuse my attitude. Sorry if I'm being rude. That was that shit too, man. It's classic material on this album, man. Some bad motherfuckers on here, man. Then definitely. Matter of fact, we gonna come full circle too. Like how I was starting off, like I was talking about the gangster shit and the different ways they can influence you. That's why they came. Wow, I'm glad I even got to this too. Wow, this right on time. Because I kind of was going somewhere too kind of far left, I think, at the beginning. And it was all respect to Face, so I wasn't definitely saying it like that. But the way they came full circle with this song, with that hand of the dead body, him and Cube, you know what I'm saying? That's why I respect it. See what I'm saying? That's why I respect it, because they'll make a song like that to just let you know, like, nigga don't believe that song. That nigga wrong. You know what I'm saying? Gangsters don't live that long. That's what a real nigga do. They gonna give you the whole story. You know what I'm saying? Give you the whole game with the shit. Like, you could be infatuated by this little part of it, but just realize this gonna come along with that shit. You know what I'm saying? You keep playing them games, But I get it. And that song was definitely a hit. You know what I'm saying? They came with that. They came at the right time. Cause like I say, 9-4, shit like that, man. Gangster rap was flourishing. Even though I always hated that title, though. They labeled that shit gangster rap. I never liked that shit. But that's what it got labeled, and that's what it was at the time. And when Face the Cube came with that, they did it. They let it be known that you could listen to this shit, but, these niggas entertainers, you know what I'm saying? And this come with that, and anything can happen at any given moment. They don't live that long. So Face came with it. And then they redid Mind Playing Tricks on here too. He did a 94 version. Everybody that's familiar with the Geto Boys and Scarface, they already know Mind Playing Tricks on it was definitely a classic song. A real big song. So he took it upon himself on this album to do like a solo version. He expressed a couple other things, about how, the same shit still going on, like his mind playing tricks on him. So he let that out. This album definitely a classic though, on all levels, man. The title just went straight through it. He opened up like a book and talking about the different things and the different issues. It's called a diary, from the album cover to the stories and the titles of the songs and shit, And then the actual song, the diary at the end. Okay, let's bring that back too. Listen, listen to me. The song called The Diary. On that song, he basically doing like what I said earlier, like how he paralleling what he'll do to you, fuck you, blah, 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 to his skills in rap. Because at the beginning of the song, the guy say, I think I want to rap with you now, some shit like that. Like, and then he come into the studio booth, and then Face just start rapping just nonstop. He just do his verse, like, even though he could be talking about whatever, motherfucker, boom, boom, boom. But he like, okay. Then a nigga walk out the studio at the end of the song, like, okay, I can't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. That's why the song end like that, because he on some shit like, nigga, I'm the shit on this rapping tip, you know? I get it. The Diary. After all that shit and after all the stories, you would think this actual song, The Diary, or maybe it'd be on some maybe dramatic, super dramatic shit. But the song that's called The Diary, he on some borderline hip hop shit, but just real aggressive, coming with his style, coming with his delivery. So this album is definitely a classic. Go research this motherfucker, dog. Go fuck with Face. Many level, that storytelling shit, man, and just that heartfelt street shit, you know. Do what you do to it and get it. Like, comment, subscribe. I get with y'all on the flip side. Rap Talk.